but I could have saved that money for much better things. Hey guys, this is Vikainath and I'm an international student. I'm studying in Turkey for 1.5 years now, and I'm every day trying to help international students to learn more about the Turkey and their culture and the mistake that they can make and the solution that I provide every day to help get used to it and overcome their problems. So yeah, in the previous video I talked about the mistake that student makes when they're in Turkey. I covered the 5 points in the previous video, and in this video, I'm also going to cover the 5 points. So let's just start. The student and planning to come into Turkey. So the first thing that you have to keep in mind that I know that you might be rich or maybe you are a scholarship student and you'll be thinking that I have to go to the mall and shop for my beautiful clothes, and you might find beautiful clothes in the branded places in the shopping malls, but please avoid that because you can get the same quality and same quantity and same style in local markets. The thing is that the brands and the shopping malls will going to, even if you are a rich person, even if you belong from a rich family and you are coming to Turkey to on your own and you are going to be a private student, try to avoid getting a lot of shopping from shopping malls because shopping malls can just uh, thug you anytime. I hope you understand the word thug. So yeah, they will steal your money. Uh, like there is unnecessary price tags on the things, which is a part of the inflation of the Turkey because as time go by, Turkey is becoming really expensive here. So you really need to think before you buy something because eventually you are going to regret it. As myself is a private student and I pay for everything by my own pocket, and I really don't really regret buying stuff, but I could have saved that money for much better things other than if that I have spent that on my clothes. uh, yeah, and the same thing, the same brand, same thing, the same quality, you can buy those clothes and the stuff and the bags from a local market, which is much more cheaper. So yeah, so the second thing that I'm going to talk about is the food. As you know, Turkey is a tourist country, and there is a lot of tourism. So they will like try to scam you with a lot of money on the food that you can buy in non-touristic places, like near your university, or the places near your universities are going to be much cheaper than compared to the touristic places. So try to avoid buying the food from the touristic places, and uh, and you know that you're going to get the food exactly the same that in your dorm, in your hostels, in your university food. Like there are universities cafes and they provide you the same food that you think that you will eat from the touristy places. Yeah, you can eat them, but don't always relay that I have to go to the tourist place and from there I can eat the Turkish taste. No, because that exact same food is going to provide you in your hostels or like students, and you're going to buy your own apartment, your own housing. So keep that in mind that you need to follow the housing rules in Turkey. And in the previous video, I talked about that you cannot come inside the house with the shoes. You cannot cook with very spicy stuff. Like you cannot use a lot of spices in your food. You cannot use onions. You cannot use garlic. Like you can use them, but try to keep in mind that it will disturb your neighbors or the people near who lives by you, or even the smell can be coming from your own clothes. So try to avoid using the kind of a fragrance or kind of a smells, heavy smells that you can use in your cooking or in your everyday life, because your feet can smell because of the bad shoes. Your clothes can smell because of the sweat. So just keep in mind that you need to keep the house clean and make the environment clean, and you have to follow the Turkish culture in Turkish housing according to their rules. So yes, not join the student clubs or dernicks. There are places called dernicks and there are student groups. And if you're missing them, then you're missing the major part of your university life, because these clubs are actually really helpful for your personal growth. And don't think that there are some boring stupid game, but there are like thousands of varieties of clubs that you can join. And here there are like ujrat says demek ki, yani ujrat says means without price or without fees. So you need to really join those clubs, and don't forget to just be the part of them. Even if you don't going to join or you're not going to attend or participate in them, just join them. So the last thing is to avoid mini buses, which is called dolmush, because if you're in Istanbul or like in major cities, then there are the buses called dolmush, and dolmush are the mini buses. And if once you get in there, you're going to lose track and you're going to like suffocate. So yes, if you see any of this bus, then please avoid it, because there are huge and large buses where you can sit and actually know where are you going and you can track yourself, rather than stepping into the minibus for your convenience. So yeah, let's just avoid this and see you in next video. And if you have any question or any curiosity about the Turkish culture or Turkey, then you can ask me and I will help you. And see you next video. Bye bye.